Hey guys, Brian Schoaf here, and today we're talking about the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive City Demon Predator by NECA Toys. Now, it was supposed to be a convention exclusive, but since the show was canceled this year, it was an online exclusive to the NECA store and store exclusive to Walmart. So if you wanted one, those were the only ways to get a hold of them. Now, the box is actually pretty cool, and they kind of went all out here for the 30th anniversary of Predator 2. And you can see right here the logo is printed in this red foil. For the most part, it's that standard window package you'd find for a lot of the Ultimate figures. But what makes this box something you might want to hang on to is because when you open up the flap, there's this pretty neat LED lighting effect. It's really, really cool looking. There is a sensor right here, and if you cover that up, see like now it's not sensing the light. So when the flap's closed, it doesn't go off until you open it. But the effect is a really nice touch, and like I said, maybe you want to keep them in the package or at least keep the box around, but I'm going to set them free here, and we're going to take a closer look at the figure itself. Okay, so for the most part, you'd think he's exactly the same City Hunter figure you probably already have, and you'd be right, because this is the same figure articulation-wise as the updated City Hunter that they released a year or two back. But the thing that makes this figure really attractive is the lightning paint job over the translucent areas. Now, this figure does seem to move a little bit nicer than the City Hunter that I have, and I don't know if that's a quality control thing or if they made some improvements to the joints, because like here, the head moves really well. You got a ball joint torso and one down here in the waist. Like the City Hunter, the little belts and pouches down here on these thin little ropes tend to get caught in the waist joint, so I'm not a fan of that. He does have the opening wrist gauntlet, so that's really cool, and that's probably my favorite touch about the upgraded body. That and the bicep swivels. Now, the hip joints, maybe it's because they're clear, but it kind of looks like they're sticking out a bit farther than on the City Hunter. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to take a look at that. But on my copy, there does seem to be just a little something weird looking about them. But overall, the main reason to collect this figure is because of the cool paint job. And there is a really, really cool see-through appearance, much like the Jungle Demon Predator that they released for the 30th anniversary of that film. The blade comes out. He does have a couple sets of interchangeable hands, which you will need to use if you want to have him hold his spear or any of the other weapons. The legs are double jointed at the knees, so you can have them do some cool poses. And like I said, it does seem to feel quite a bit better than my other City Hunter. Yeah, like the feet here on these balls, they just really move around. So you'd think it's the same figure, but maybe they've done something just a little bit different on these newer versions. Right, so here's the previous Ultimate City Hunter. This is the upgraded version they released a year or two back, and as I said, the joints are quite a bit tougher on this guy. And like the head here, it doesn't move quite as well as it does on City Demon. He's got a bit more flexibility on here, so maybe there are some subtle enhancements on these 30th anniversary bodies. And on the feet down here, I mean, they definitely move, but they don't have quite the same feeling in terms of the completely free sense of rotation that this guy has. So, again, maybe it's quality control, or maybe there are just some little subtle tweaks to these new bodies. And for the heck of it, for comparison's sake, here we have the City Demon next to his brother, the Jungle Demon. So it's a very similar idea with these, and honestly, this is one of the best Predator repaints they've done. And that's why when I saw that they were doing the City Demon, I just had to track him down, even though Predator 2, it's not my favorite movie in the series, and I've already got a City Hunter. I just felt like with as cool as this guy is to look at and have him on the shelf and see all these light shifts through the clear plastic, that alone made it worth it to me to add him to the tribe. Now, I don't buy a ton of the repainted ones unless they really stand out, but they are very good at making smart repaints, so every once in a while I will double dip. But I think these guys are worth it for sure. Now, for his accessories, he does come with a couple different sets of hands. You can barely see them through the white here. If it wasn't for the paint job, they'd really be lost against the background. Um, Now, this is cool. He comes with two smart discs. So you got one open one, and you've got the closed one. And that one will go into the holster on his leg here, and he can hold the other one in his open hand. We've also got the combi stick. So you got the open extended version and the closed version, and that one you can just go right here, and that clips into this little peg on his back. So the weapons are neat, and they've got the same lightning pattern over the translucent plastic and that the main body has. So that kind of completes the illusion. But I do like that they included a trophy skull for him. So he can hold that in his hand, and you can do some nice poses with that. So that's about it. Yeah, it's definitely not for everybody, and if you already have the City Hunter, that might be enough, but I thought he was a worthy addition to the collection, and he looks great on the shelf. If you wanted this guy, I hope you got in on the pre-order, or if you missed out, you might get lucky and find it at Walmart. I hear they're still showing up out there in the wild, so it's a great figure, and get him while you can. Thanks for watching.